Hello YouTube, we're here for a custom battle. This time we're trying something new. We're doing the Americans expansion. Now I do have kingdoms and one mod so far, Falcom, and Total War 3. Now, I am the English colonies. Now, I don't really remember this battle. I guess I kind of do. So let's check out the armies. My allies, New France. My allies, I should say, are New France. Oh, over here, the Tarascans and New Spain, by the looks of it. And we're attacking this citadel, by the looks of it. Looking back at this, I suppose let's go skip this. I suppose I based the armies in this battle off of historical battles in regular Medieval 2 Total War. The gist of the historical battles is all the English colonials against the Native American tribes. Now, of course, you have New Spain, New France, and the English colonies, which are the European colonials. But then some people may be like, what the heck are the Tarascans doing? Now, according to historical battles, yeah, this battle's coming back to me in memory. According to the historical battles on this, that the Tarascans actually sided with the European colonials, and they helped them at war with the Aztecs and the Mayans and all that. Now I'm basing this off of a historical battle that I didn't do, but I'm like browsing through the historical battles and I see this. And I see the Tarascans and what was it, New Spain or something against Mayans and Aztecs or something. I don't really know. I guess I'll have to look. But it looks like our enemies are Russia, which I guess aren't really anything, and the Mayans. But I guess on our side, I was basing that on. Maybe if I added the Aztecs instead of Russia, it would be more realistic. But what the heck. So let's take a look at my armies. So, the main source of my infantry was these New World cuirassiers, which are basically conquistadors from Spain. But now this unit, I guess is like the conquistadors and has been added to New Spain, France, and the English colonies. New Spain, I think, still has conquistadors instead of the New World cuirassiers. I'm pretty sure. I have 4 culverins, which are the best of New England, of the English colonies artillery, and then all of these units here are missile units. I have what looks like 3 musketeers. No. These are crossbowmen. I have 1 musketeer and then 2 crossbowmen units. They have like that same kind of outfit, you know. And then I have these 2 units of Sherwood archers. Very good units. They are very good at missile and at melee. They are almost like a melee unit. And then I have these Rentenue longbowmen, also great missile units, not so much melee, but they're still good. These cuirassiers are pretty good. I'm probably not pronouncing that, but I have one of my cuirassiers manning the ram. I'm probably not gonna use that ram. Usually when I bring artillery like culverins into this, that I use to break down the walls, I usually just bring 1 ram and then throw it away after I blast everything else. It is kind of time consuming, but for cavalry I have a general's bodyguard, or a New World bodyguard, with my general. There he is, Captain Hug. Funny name. And then mounted cuirassiers. I'm just gonna say cuirassiers so nobody freaks. I think that's my army. I don't think I would have anybody generally back there, but yeah. Now, English colonies, pretty much the same thing, except there is about 5 to 10 units they add. Like crossbowmen, for example, New World cuirassiers, mounted cuirassiers, and I guess you can say the New World bodyguard is also something new added, but it's pretty much just generals bodyguards. Pretty easy to compare them the same. So, since I usually don't bring artillery for my AI allies, I don't know why they set up here. They won't be able to get onto that wall, but New France has New World cuirassiers manning siege tower and ladder over there, and then the mass of his army is focused here. I think they kind of go onto my side. They have a ram manned by New World cuirassiers, ladders, and a siege tower that are also managed by New World cuirassiers. And then in this weird line formation I never really understood, starting out with their New World bodyguard with their general, we have Scots Guard, great missile unit, Chivalric Knights, more Scots Guard, Musketeers, Chivalric Knights, good cavalry, Adventurers, they're pretty good, they're crossbowmen, dismounted French archers, okay, mounted cuirassiers, if the dismounted cuirassiers are good, I'm sure the mounted cuirassiers are good too. And then lancers, which are also pretty good cavalry, and it looks like in the back they have New World a spare unit of New World cuirassiers. This is their only unit, I'm taking it, that does not man some kind of a siege equipment. So let's get to the Tarascans. Like the ancient American factions, they don't have too much of a variety of factions. Well, I guess they have a variety, but they don't really, in general, have a lot. So, looks like they have 2 ladders here manned by Jaguar warriors, unless that's 1 ladder manned by 1 unit of Jaguar warriors. I can't really tell, but they have Jaguar warriors there, which are pretty good for light infantry. Like you would expect, they don't have a lot of health, but. And then manning 2 siege towers is more Jaguar warriors. It's hard to tell. I think Jaguar warriors are... Okay, so there's like 2 ladders here. And I can't really keep track of this, but the Jaguar warriors are manning the siege tower by the looks of it. And then both ladders are manned by Eagle warriors. They have even less armor. And then let's look at this strange formation here. Okay, this ram here is manned by a ward captain's guard. It looks like it doesn't have their general in it. Here's an... Okay, I'm gonna try to pronounce this. Okay, Kuachikwe. Kuachikwe, I guess. Ward captain's guard. Here's some missile units. Arrow warriors. I'm pretty sure these are javelin men. War captain's guard. And then they have another unit of war captain's guard behind that with their general in it. So there's their general right there. More arrow warriors. They have several units by the looks of it. Maybe 2 of these Tarascan archers. More Kuachiku, looks like there might be 2 or 3 units there. And then behind that, spare Eagle warriors that do not man siege equipment. Looks like all their Jaguar warriors man siege equipment, but these Kuachikwe, they are actually heavy infantry. And so are these War Captain's Guard. So I guess that's why I gave them more than 1 War Captain's Guard. Something I'm not too much in favor of doing. Then let's get to New Spain. So, I wish I had this position to start out with. I don't really like mine. It's in too much of an uphill position. I guess this is too, but I like it. And then it looks like they have a lot of ladders. Dismounted conquistadors man these 3 ladders. I guess that makes... And these siege towers are also manned by dismounted conquistadors, and it looks like so is their ram. For missile, they have Pobby's crossbowmen. They have a New World's bodyguard there, they're generally right there. They also have these arquebusiers. They have some Turkio pikemen. It's always good to have pikemen. More arquebusiers. Conquistadors mounted. It looks like they have this unit of dismounted conquistadors. It's more kind of a spare. Some musketeers and some handgunners. So it looks like they have a lot of, so to speak, gun units in their hands. So I'm just gonna go throughout the castle and find units. These are Mayan peasants. Looks like I did somewhat of a peasant battle today. What I mean by that is I gave my enemy just peasants. But so far it looks like I'm giving the Mayans just peasants. Yeah, these are all Mayan peasants. Russia seems to have a diversity, somewhat of a diversity. There's some cavalry militia, the lightest of Russian cavalry. Here we go. There's some Baytop militia, Nacon warriors, Mayan peasants. I admit a lot of the Mayans are peasants. And then here's some Russian woodsmen. They're not very good, but it looks like I gave Russia a lot of woodsmen. Mayan peasants, and what are these? Nacon warriors. And then at the towns, manning the town square is mostly Russian infantry. Mayans have some priest of Kukulon there, and some more Mayan peasants. Looks like the Russian army is concentrated here. More priests of Kukulon. Looks like that's maybe 3 units and more Mayan peasants. Russia has some peasants, and mostly peasants, I guess. Also, they have these Druzhina for cavalry. More peasants, priests of Kukulon. I guess mainly peasants for Russia. Yeah, looks like this is mostly a peasant battle. Let's check over here facing my side. Yep, here's some units. Or did I already get to these? It's more cavalry militia, not much, and then more Mayan peasants. I think that's their army, and I'm sure I didn't give them much more of a diversity if there's any more units I missed. Even if it's one I had not yet mentioned or shown you from the enemy unit. So this is the waiting time where for me, it's kind of a boring time. It's just when I'm breaking stuff down with my artillery, if I bring any. Sometimes when I'm an American faction that doesn't have artillery, I'll do something like that. So, there are 3 things I want to get for sure. The gatehouse, 2 things, and the towers, so that I don't get shot at when I'm marching. Then, of course, I would love to have more openings on the wall, and might as well shoot down the gate. The gate would probably be a low priority. And then you can see Spain is moving in some siege equipment, so let's see these conquistadors take out these. Okay, so there's no use out trying to catch them. These mines are just too fast, but their peasants are retreating from the walls. Looks like the Tarascans are also coming with their siege equipment over here. And it looks like the Spanish ram has gone over here. It looks like the Tarascans beat them to it. Then New France kind of has that side area all to himself, but fortunately he can't use the siege equipment on these walls because of these lakes and hills. So he's moving his army over next to mine. And he kind of beats me to the gate. I didn't really get to shoot down too much towers. You can see because this ladder comes over here. I didn't really want to shoot his own men down. Um, but yeah. So that's, I kind of hesitated to fire. I kind of stayed away to where they were setting up their siege equipment. But I'm getting down some towers, and you can see this. This is a reason. And there's the Tarascan gate opening. That's the same gate that the New Spain or the Spanish are gonna come in as well. You see, this is why we need to knock out these siege towers. Look at him. Poor guy's been struck with an arrow. I mean, why couldn't it have been one of these guys? Like this guy, or this guy, or this guy. It was that guy. And so I kind of feel bad that he got shot down before I could save him. This tower is also going to take some shots at the marching French army. I knocked down 2 of them, so they shouldn't be that much of a problem. I knocked out the gatehouse too, so that burning boil thing doesn't cause much of a problem. So yeah, fortunately I was able to knock out all 3 of these towers in the gatehouse before New Spain got here. But it looks like the Mayans are sending in some infantry to guard this gate. They have peasants and priests of Cuchulainn coming in. That looks like maybe 2 or 3 units. Probably 2. Oh boy. Okay, so it looks like the French have kind of, and oh, the Tarascans are even coming all the way over here. It's kind of tedious to see them do this. So I was shooting at this wall, and then all of a sudden, here comes the Tarascans with their ladder coming up out of nowhere. Totally did not see this coming. I guess they couldn't go here. Or maybe it's just AI doing that, but yeah. And so they've set up formation with the ram coming in right behind this spare unit of New World cuirassiers, and then behind that is some Scots Guard who could take fire, and then a unit of chivalric knights, and then the rest of the French army is coming from behind. They still have all these cuirassiers, and it looks like they've abandoned their siege equipment. I know they had more men. They had French archers and adventurers. I don't know. Let me, and another unit of Scots Guard. I guess, oh, here they go. Looks like I missed them coming in. So they're setting up that weird formation while I am moving up all of my guys. All my spare units. I dropped the ram because I could see, yeah, here, they're all back here. See, they're going all the way back. All those lancers back there and that New World Cuirassier unit. Going pretty far back. I don't know why. But I'm kind of just shoving up my infantry, and I wanted to keep the culverins because I knew the citadels are multi-layered. But I guess we had the rams for that. No, it wasn't that. We had captured their wall. Maybe this is a fortress or something because there's only 1 layer. Okay, so I guess I just kept the culverins. I don't know. It's been a while. I don't really remember, honestly. I'm pretty sure, knowing myself, I would abandon the culverin. Looks like my longbowmen are beginning to take fire. So these dismounted conquistadors have come down into battle against these Mayan peasants. Looks like they have 55 men left compared to 78, so they're definitely winning the battle. And you don't even have to look at their numbers to tell, because you can see all the dead Mayan peasants. You can see dead conquistadors here and there, but yeah, they routed that unit. No use trying to catch up, but I guess some of these units are gonna escape. Some aren't. So it looks like France broke through. They had sent out their cavalry. Yeah, but I don't really know what to make of all these units that aren't doing anything. I really hope that I'm not like stopping the video, like I hope you're not missing, but if you are missing anything and I'm not paying attention, so our units broke through in here and they are focusing on the town center. There's no other Mayan or Russian units that are anywhere but the town center. They have all routed and retreated to the town center. So this is the ultimate battle now. So these guys are not going to rout. They're in their town center. So I had sent up my English characters. They're mixed in with French cuirassiers. And also plenty of French cavalry also come here, but all these French cuirassiers are going to rout, and I'll give you a hint why. If I can find the hint. Oh, here it is. This is a French general right here, just in the midst of the battle. And he's all bloody. He's getting some assistance from his troops, but he's just right up there, stabbing people. And here comes the cavalry. This unit of chivalric knights totally broke loose. And they just plowed their way into the town center. Hopefully they don't all die. I think, yep, they're doing a pretty well. Yep, they rout. I mean, they plowed their way through, but they lost most of them. And then, so the French army is really pressing here. They have all these cuirassiers, and then they have cavalry here, but the only cavalry that's really up there is their bodyguard and their. This is what I don't like about AI assistants. They'll send out their general, not even caring. I like my general to be in the fight, but I don't like it to the point where you lose your general. And so, of course, when that happens, you usually have the unit with your general route, but no, this was a chain reaction. All his cavalry, all his cuirassier infantry, they all routed. And so it was up to my cuirassiers to forge a new blockage into here. So my first cuirassiers get into combat, and automatically several of them die. Quite sad. But you know, it's war. Are there any French units that were up here that haven't routed? They still have plenty of Scots Guard firing, and either these are, now most of his cuirassiers have actually routed, except for this one unit that's back there. And it only has like 55 men left. That's okay, -5, not a big deal. Yeah, until they lose the rest of them. I'm sure at this point they'd rout while they're still down to 30 or 40 men, which is kind of sad, but fortunately I don't think any other of our generals die, because the Tarascans and New Spain, they haven't gone in on this. It was mostly France, it was just France and me, but now it's just me. Okay, never mind. All these units, they're coming back from routing. I suppose that's a pretty good thing. Especially this bodyguard. They're pretty tough for cavalry, though. You can see plenty of dead Mayans and Russians. Okay, let's just take a moment of silence and zoom in on this fight between my cuirassiers and the Russian and Mayan forces. Looking at this thing, we have a lot of enemy units left, but you can tell we were gonna win this. I guess there's not much to talk about. I guess the main plan right now was we couldn't really think up much more of a plan than just plowing our heavy infantry in, because we were outnumbered and we were concentrated in this big mass, so this big isle, so fortunately I didn't give our enemies archers. Yeah, these Nacum warriors, they have good attack, but the problem is before they can kill any of my cursors, which with really high defense, they die. These Druzhina, Russian cav getting into the fight. They're heavy infantry, they're heavy cavalry, they're considered heavy cavalry, but they're definitely not that good of a cavalry. Yeah, it's kind of awesome, fun to watch my cursors fight. Just like slash, and then they kind of gain up on one person. If it's like one enemy who's like singled out by himself and surrounded by like 2 or 3 cursors, they kind of just like take turns stabbing them, and he kind of like can't hit. He's like doing these reflexes, like he's kind of like in shock, like he's ugh, and then he just keeps getting stabbed. It's almost strategetic. It's awesome. So we have pushed back the Russian and the Mayan forces to the actual town center itself. I guess since it's pretty close to the town center, it's considered, but we'd have no more cavalry assistance. Now, in a cosmic sort of way, that's alright, because the cavalry didn't help us, honestly. And look who's come to help. We have some New Spain handgunners. Looks like they're gonna try to take some shots, but I don't think they're gonna come into combat, because all these cursors that are ahead of them are not going to break easily. You might have a bit of cavalry breaking through, but because these light cavalry, they can plow through alright if they're not killed. And it's those kind of situations where if you have a lot of cavalry, you kind of want a lot of spearmen, but we had cursors that made up our melee infantry. Me and France. Tarascans had a much more variety of melee infantry, and similar to us, New Spain had just one unit of melee making up their melee infantry. That was the dismounted conquistadors. It's not a new unit, but they're still really strong. So, just like the cursors, they remind me of cursors. Because see these cavalry, they're not lasting long. Getting in like surrounded by all these cursors. But yeah, so what happened to okay, so Spain does have missile units taking fire. They have arquebusiers, and I saw that handgunner unit, but oh yeah, they're right here. They're kind of just like hiding in the midst of at the back of those cursors. They also have some arquebusiers here. I have all my units taking fire. Sherwood archers, retinue longbowmen, crossbowmen. So it looks like all of these French lancers and a bit of mounted cursors are still here. They have yet to charge. My musketeers are firing somehow, some way. And then Spain has a bit of Pavie's crossbows taking fire. So it looks like the Tarascans have... So they're probably a good idea for like range purposes. Spain, France, and the Tarascans have longbowmen, archers, and musketeers and crossbowmen. Yeah, see all these archers from France and Spain. I guess I didn't really pay much attention to these guys. France, Spain, and the Tarascans. I probably would have moved up my longbowmen. They probably would have gotten a lot more shots. And then I guess I'm the only one there except for this one unit of Tarascan archers, but they haven't moved at all. They started out there as soon as we had moved all our infantry. I guess But yeah, so I've been taking fire with my men, my archers. I have England has good longbowmen. They're pretty well known in the Total War world for their longbowmen variety. Looking back at this melee fight, we have pushed the enemy troops in a great distance into their town center. Now, they have maybe, out of all of them, maybe 5 units that are fighting right here, and then they have all these idle troops at the back of the town center. They have tons of Russian cavalry. Okay, they used to. They have mostly Russian infantry, but also 1 Mayan unit, 2 Mayan units. This priest of Kukulon doing their chants. They're not gonna do much. It's for moral purposes, but since they're in the town center, it's not gonna really help them anything. They have better attack than the Nacom warriors and the Mayan peasants, but they're not that good. So this unit of peasants, of Russian peasants that was idle right here, have come. I guess they were attempting a flank, but I suppose out of brains they would have known it wouldn't really work. So it looks like the Scots Guard ran out of ammo. I ran out of ammo with my longbow. One unit of Rentenu longbowmen, and I sent them out to do some melee. I kind of knew they wouldn't really get far. Ooh, and the Sherwood Archer unit. I kind of knew they wouldn't really hit melee, so that's why I sent them in, just because. And then the Tarascans have finally sent out that big clump of melee, really good melee. And it's a miracle. New Spain's forces aren't idle anymore. They're moving up conquistadors and pobbies and gunners, you name it. These lancers here, I'm not sure how much we would need them, but I'm kind of disappointed that after the French general died, all their units that didn't rout were kind of there. But yeah, looking back, I suppose the reason why there was a mass rout was because of the shock that the general actually died, but now all these French cuirassiers are coming back. It's just these cuirassiers, all those chivalric knights and that New World's bodyguard, they've all routed for good. I mean, I'm sure that's one of them, the cav, right there at the bottom left. We've got quite a bit more guys to plow, but the progress meter's almost full. 91%, and only 11% of us can be killed. Looking at all the dead bodies that are in the back here, even that we haven't even got, these are all from archer fire. Now, I didn't really get good shots from my archers. Maybe my rental new men got some shots, but I reassure you that the majority of all these dead bodies in the back that have been shot down from archers are from all these Scot Guards and adventurers and pobbies and dismounted French archers and handgunners and the Scots Guard and the Tarascan archers. These are the majority that killed all those guys. So yeah, and now you can see this Tarascan infantry. They have gotten through our lines, and then they're just gonna walk out to that tree. Maybe they can get some flanking action. That would be pretty cool. Just catch them off guard. It would make things a lot easier. I don't really remember, honestly, if they do that, but looks like they're just glitching again, running into a wall. This is something I never really do when I do custom battles on this, is this one priest of Kukulon has killed like 3 of these Tukwe. He died. No, that's him. Well, he died too. And there's that guy, and he died. But yeah, these Tarascan infantry still doesn't have that much health. If this wasn't a siege battle, we would have won by now. Except maybe a few units in the back. Looks like, I don't think these, well, I don't know. These units in the back don't have even remotely close to a full unit. And I don't know whether that's because of the archer fire or if they have, close to the battle started, have been spread out throughout the castle, but then forced to route back. And we have begun to take control of the castle. If I don't know if you've noticed, but we still haven't killed any of generals yet. So the Mayan general and the Russian general are still living, alive, but at this point, it's clear to make an assumption that they're actually in combat right now. Because we have forced so many of them back. They're pretty far behind, but we're actually starting to surround them. It's the beginning of that, because you have Tarascan infantry flanking from both sides, and it's kind of coincidental, just as I said that our enemy, the Russian general, died. Because, I mean, it is pretty clear to say, accurate to say that the generals would be in combat, but now there's only the Mayan general left. And there's only one Mayan unit left, I think. Yeah, only one. Everyone else is just Russian. Yep. And he died. Then there's a Mayan general. So that's our time. So it looks like it's pretty much over. Let's check the progress bar. 98%. We have gone up to 13%, only 2%. That's mostly from the Tarascans. The Tarascans had to have lost the most men, because they have much lighter infantry. They don't have very heavy infantry, not good armor. They can die easily. Even if you have lighter infantry like these peasants and woodsmen and Nacon warriors and peasants, Mayan peasants, you're still gonna get many dead, because what's gonna happen, your men are going to tire, they're gonna get weaker from killing and killing and killing. But yeah, so I think it's kind of hard to see what's going on without the unit flags, which after I got 3rd age and it broke, it was very disappointing. But well, there's no more Russian cavalry. I guess they kind of died. Okay, so I think this is the last unit. It's a spearman unit from Russia, which the whole time has been pretty much back there, but now we're all focusing on it, especially this Tarascan unit of Jaguar warriors. And there's only 5 left. We're getting some kills from these Jaguar warriors. Yeah, that's 2 guys right there that just died from this remaining. It looks like they have 1 left. 1 left, guys. Come on, let's kill them. And that's a battle, guys. Yay, victory. It's a pretty clear victory. I mean, 13%. It was a 4v2, so you can kind of tell that. But let's take a look at this. I'm kind of interested to see, because you don't remember the exact stats of your battle unless it's something that's easy to remember. As I predicted, the Tarascans lost the most men, 312. This New Spain actually lost the least. I lost 87, and those are from cuirassiers that I lost. Maybe a few of my longbowmen I sent out for melee. New France lost 229, and New. But yeah, so here's your stats, guys. Just want to take a look in case you missed that. This has been a long battle, 19-245. Long battle. But, more coming up. I would have done one on regular Medieval 2, but I did not have, any free custom battles replays that I haven't showed you guys yet. More to come, but I have set up, from past memory, plenty of, custom battle replays from Falcon Total War and the campaigns and the Kingdoms expansion. But I'll see you later, guys. Goodbye.